With this huge gay man he was 6'0", they called out to him 6'9", he has a red hair with a monstrous booties and I know he's getting them over. What the is happening here? It's very much like a ton of odd shocked by that disclosure. Hold on until you figure out what Puma Wright needs to say regarding Will and Jada, both sexually open. They do bizarre things in their home and young fellows have gone out yet shouting to move away from them in their mentorship. Lovely people, hang on close since Jan and Smith is spilling all the tea on the unequivocal gatherings that Will Smith and P. Diddy have supposedly been facilitating. That is correct. Jaden's not one to keep down and he's uncovering every bit of relevant information, yet stand by. There's more. It's extraordinary embarrassment, his own dad's embarrassment. Jaden's uncovering the unavoidable issue at the forefront of everybody's thoughts is what precisely is happening in the background with Will Smith and how does P. Diddy truly feel pretty much every one of the allegations that his dad is gay. These are a few serious allegations. Jaden has never been one to avoid conflict, so clasp UPS. People, since this outrage is going to take us on a wild ride. Hello Paul, come on, stop that. I was contemplating whether I could. You all know Will Smith, the 4-time Grammy Grant-winning entertainer, filmmaker and fume who's dependably in the public eye. Yet did you had any idea about that he's no more interesting to discussion from individual to proficient reasons? Well, Smith drives on both good and pessimistic debates and of late there have been bits of hearsay flowing about his alleged mystery sexual inclinations. The legend entertainer has confronted designations of dating his male co-star Dwayne Campbell, and in the event that that is insufficient, YouTuber Trisha Paytas has blamed Will Smith for safely taking advantage of her male artists who shameful yet stand by this more. The hypothesis about Will Smith being gay isn't new. It's been a hotly debated issue for a really long time and fans can't quit discussing it. In 2016, preceding the late Alexis Arquette died, stunning distribution surface in regards to Will Smith's previous union with Sherry Zampino. As per Arquette, Zampino separated from Smith after supposedly getting him in bed with another man. Reports recommend that Arquette made this case in a now erased Facebook post. The post has since earned consideration from news sources and fans, the same igniting a discussion about the veracity of the charges. Patience. The post read, when Jada emerges as gay and her facial hair spouse concedes his most memorable marriage finished when she strolled into him adjusting his friendly benefactor Benny Medina, then I will pay attention to them anyway. As of late it seems like Will Smith isn't the main VIP whose sexuality is being raised. Doubt about the hip jump Big Shot and maker Diddy has additionally been at the focal point of various tales about his supposed gay direction, stoking the discharge. Diddy's previous Guardian quality arrangement guaranteed that the rapper was physically liquid and had even taken him to a gay club, yet that is not an arrangement. Proceeded to uncover that he had gotten Diddy in the follow-up on a few events as would be natural for him. I know that for a reality since I was not too far off. He said, yo quality, watch the entryway that don't allow no one to come through. I said I'll watch the entryway, and on the off chance that I watched the entryway and him and a man ran out bare, and I said that ain't no one let me know that I saw that myself. He said earnestly, I'm letting you know what I found. As a matter of fact, many fans are currently persuaded that the music magnate feels weak at the knees over men. The theory arrived at a breaking point of the 2022 Institute grants while a stunning occurrence went down. Will Smith was in front of an audience and all of a sudden years he hit Chris Rock. Disorder resulted and pressures were running intense, yet who acted the hero? In all honesty, Diddy himself. The hip bounce legend endeavored to quiet the circumstance somewhere near saying, okay Will and Chris, we will tackle that like family at the gold party. Okay, yet the present moment we're continuing on with adoration. Everyone makes some clamor. Obviously Diddy had his eyes on Will for a long while as they were seen together at different gatherings. Seems like there may be a few flashes flying between these two, yet here's where things get truly fascinating. While at the same time being gay is more acknowledged nowadays, in addition to conduct with individuals of a similar SEC, is clearly really amazing. Evidently Chad and Finmia from his fam and thoroughly won't do any meetings with them, and think about what it's all a direct result of Will Smith's mysterious fixation on young fellows. Definitely you heard me right, Will turn hush for a really long time, and anything he and Jada have been doing to these young men for the sake of mentorships driven Jad as it were. Nevertheless stand by. There's more. Will's ex Sherry Fletcher spilled the tea and uncovered that Jan isn't the one in particular who's been getting mouth kisses from his father three-pointer. Will's other child has too been exposed to Will's tender way of behaving with kisses right on the mouth. Crazy, no big surprise. Jaden's had enough and clarified that those mouth kisses are simply not okay. Genuinely what's happening here, as per sources, Jaden isn't the slightest bit dazzled with Will's way of behaving towards individuals of a similar second. As a matter of fact, he finds it tremendously frightening and horrendous. Yowzer, and it appears as though Jaden isn't the only one in his viewpoints. Fans are likewise standing in opposition to Will Smith, condemning his odd and unpleasant way of Behaving as a mentor to Jaden. As a matter of fact, one fan even took to virtual entertainment to communicate their interests. Composing will use to kiss Jaden on live television and he would attempt to run from it. They've been odd. One more client said, I never comprehended while continually kissing his child, particularly on the mouth, and to finish everything off in open so the entire world could see it. No big surprise, their children are so odd. Jaden Smith isn't resistant to the tattle plant. His tales about his sexuality have been twirling for a long while. In spite of keeping his lips fixed about the point, the entertainer and rapper has been connected to a couple of men throughout the long term. In a 2014 meeting, Jaden referenced that he had gone out on the town with Tyler the Maker, which sent fans into a free-for-all. Let you know folks something I need to let you know, Tyler would rather not say. He likewise said this when Tyler the Maker won his most memorable Grammy grant for Best Rap Collection in 2019. It was a stupendous second for the youthful craftsman. Overpowered with feeling, Tyler made that big appearance to thank his mom and fans for their resolute help. The contacting second was felt by all in participation, including Jaden Smith, who inquisitively showed his help by tweeting about Tyler's enormous win. My sweetheart just won a Grammy. Jaden Smith has been a pioneer, continuously pushing the limits of cultural standards and assumptions. While he has never formally affirmed his sexual direction, his previous activities and explanations suggest that he might distinguish as sexually open or pansexual. It's commendable to see somebody so unafraid to act naturally, particularly in an industry that can be so critical anyway. It's fascinating to take note of that Jaden's dad, Will Smith, purportedly didn't take the fresh insight about his child possibly dating a man very well. It's odd to feel that what might be agitated about his child's sexual direction when he personally has been reputed to take part in comparable conduct behind shut subtitling not accessible, and their hot companions write, what is hello Mary, your dearest companion, yet I'm happy they didn't. Evidently before all the show went down, Jaden had proactively spilled the tea that he didn't have the foggiest idea what was the deal with his folks. Yet that is not all. Jaden even went similarly as saying that he would favor Tupac as his dad rather than will discuss some serious shape. These are a few firmly established sentiments that Jaden appears to have been holding onto for some time, and it appears as though he's not keeping down on his viewpoints. He said, once I went out into the world and I perceived how individuals feel about my folks, I didn't have any idea. I'm actually seeing increasingly more each day that they're a staple on the planet and they caused individuals to feel a kind of way that no one has caused anybody to feel. Smith said, I didn't see exactly the way that well established they are in hip jump too. Incidentally, that Jaden's sister Willow has a weakness for Tupac. When she was only 11 years of age, she wrote a sincere letter to the late rapper arguing for his revisitation of Give Joy to their mom. How contacting is that? Yet that is not even the most stunning part. This letter was as of late raised on Kevin Samuel's digital broadcast, where he read it without holding back to his crowd, and he posed a few quite extreme inquiries. This young lady composing a letter to Tupac. Why is Will Smith's girl composing a letter to Tupac? What is being said in that house? It appears to be that Will Smith has missed the mark as both a dad and spouse, leaving his family feeling not exactly fulfilled. Yet that is not all. Some are estimating that Will's cozy relationship with Diddy, who upheld Big Deal, Tupac's enemy, may be the justification behind this. Then again, Jaden has clarified that he inclines toward Tupac over Smith and Diddy, making him disdain the last option. Yet it's not Jaden. Jane likewise has a profound association with the late Tupac Shakur, and this has prompted Will Smith to feel some serious desire and jealousy. As a matter of fact, during his plunk down with Oprah Winfrey, Will just let it out to feeling as such, are you ever envious of the affection Jada had? Gracious, definitely, and and that was in the good old days. So it positively seems like Will has a ton of issues of his own. No big surprise, they generally spilled onto his kids, and Nathan leaves so awkward. We can't help thinking about what Jaden will do next. That will do it for this video, people. Gratitude for watching and farewell.